Hey everyone, my name is Taryn and thank you so much for stopping by my channel, Nicole Flower House. Now, I know it has been many months since I've posted a video, and so as usual I just wanted to update you and let you in on everything that's going on. It's all good. Like, I don't want anyone to be nervous or think something bad happened or something is wrong. So let me just talk about what's happening. My husband and I decided that we wanted to move, and we are not moving far away. We're still gonna be in the eastern North Carolina area. I'll still be growing cut flowers in zone 7B, so that will not change. And we're actually only moving about 10 to 15 minutes away from our previous home. And it was mostly a decision about wanting a different lifestyle. So previously we were living in an older neighborhood on a 1 acre spot, and it was great. I learned so much growing flowers there, and I don't regret anything we did. We spent about 4 or 5 years there, and we just both decided that we wanted something different. It's a new construction neighborhood, so we're building. So currently I'm coming to you from our apartment because we sold that house. We're temporarily living in this apartment for about 6 months, and then right at the perfect time, right at springtime, we will be in our new house. And yes, I'm gonna have a much smaller growing space for my flowers. But that is probably a good thing, honestly, for me to have a little more boundaries with what I can grow. I had such big hopes and big dreams for the acre, but it was just so much to manage by yourself. And my husband and I just no longer enjoyed it. It was so much work, and we don't have equipment or, employees or, anything like that. So it was just me doing the flower farm. And I also work full time, and I'm going to continue to work full time. That's something I am not ready to give up, and I don't want to give that up right now. So it just made more sense for us to make this move. Also, our lives are just gonna be kind of in a different frame. We're moving back into city limits, so we're gonna have more amenities at our disposal. Our neighborhood will have a pool and a lake, and it has parks. It has city water and city sewer and just a lot of amenities and conveniences. And honestly, it's just what we want. And so that is the reason, one of the reasons for the move. We are both so excited to start this new chapter in our lives. And I'm not going to say I wasn't sad at all to leave the previous garden, but I'm also extremely excited to start over from scratch and build something completely new and different. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before on my channel, but before we moved to that house with the acre, we lived in a subdivision, and I did grow flowers on a very small spot of land. So I'm just kind of going back to that. I have experience doing that, and I'm really excited to just go back to that place and grow flowers again. Another thing that will be different is that I'm going to be closing my storefront shop at the cotton company. This is something that was a hard decision, but I think it's the right decision for me. I've always wondered if I would like selling flowers instead of just growing them. And honestly, after spending a few years really putting myself into selling flowers, it's just not something that resonates with me. There are a lot of aspects about the selling process that I don't enjoy, and I'm not at the place to outsource those kinds of things or get help with it. And it's just, I was spending so much time managing a website, managing email communications, managing an Instagram account, trying to make sure I was rotating inventory, And with having a shop, I felt the need to have more volume. So I was growing way more flowers. It was taking up so much time. And unfortunately, I was not hitting my target market at the cotton company. I would do a pop-up bouquet bar somewhere and make twice as much money at that 1 4-hour event than I would an entire month at the cotton company. So it just wasn't a good fit for me, and that's okay. It wasn't working for me, so I'm just choosing to let that part of the selling flowers go. Now, I'm not saying I'm never gonna sell any flowers ever again. Like I said, I had some pop-up events that I really enjoyed, and I have some connections and relationships that I've built that are great. And I will probably get back into those selling opportunities once I get a new garden established. But for now, all the selling is on hold, and it's winter time, so it's back to the planning phases, and I'm just super excited about all of it. Now, we decided to move pretty early in the year this past year. So it was probably April or May when we kind of decided like we want to start looking around for something different. So once I made that decision, it was probably May because it was after Mother's Day. Once we made that decision, I decided that I was not going to tend to the garden. I was going to let it become wild, and I was going to give myself a break and some time off, which I normally do after Mother's Day. After the tulip craze and the peonies and all the hustle of Mother's Day, I usually do give myself a break. But this time, and intentionally, I just gave myself the entire rest of the season off. And I do have footage of what the garden looked like after months of just nature running the show and just no tending from me. I mean, of course, I caught myself some flowers here and there, but it is wild, it's overgrown, it's full of native grasses and weeds, if you will, but there were so many birds and butterflies and bees, and I'm sure there were snakes and rabbits and all of the things in there, and it was just so beautiful. And that is something I really missed once I was like, okay, I need the flowers to be sellable. You really have to take care of them and kind of tame everything. And the wildness, it's hard to let that in because you need the flowers to be in good shape. So the garden was just so beautiful. I can't even describe it to you. I will show you the footage. I do know the camera angle is not correct because I shot it just for my personal purposes, and I wasn't sure if I was going to share it, but I wanted to share it with you anyway so you could see and just enjoy her last moments of beauty. I did have to cut it all down before we moved out at the buyer's request. And the other kind of cool thing is that the buyers did not want the rain barrel system. But my husband did find someone that was just over the moon to have that system. So my husband and our neighbors and this person came over. They took every barrel, they took all the PVC plumbing, they took the decking, they took everything, and they're going to rebuild it at their property. So that makes me feel great that rain barrel system will live on. I did take a few dahlia tubers. I took some peonies, the peonies that were from my grandmother's garden that I had transplanted from Ohio to North Carolina. I took some of those roots. I didn't take everything, but I took some of those peonies with me as well. So hopefully those are overwintering in the containers that I put them in. And I took some of my hypericum. I took some Baptisia, but I don't know if that survived, and I took some of my mums. So there are things coming. The roses are not coming with me. I don't know if I'll do roses again. I'll probably have a couple in the yard just for myself, but I definitely, roses are a very challenging flower to grow for cut flower production, so that's just something I'm not going to do. But I may again have some roses just for myself for enjoyment that I don't cut from, that are just more in the landscape. But I have lots of plans for the new garden, but I think I'll save that for another video. I just wanted to share with you an update I do plan on posting more videos, but probably not very many until we get to the new place. Maybe I'll do like a planning video and that kind of thing. Honestly, I'm just really letting myself rest and enjoy this time of transition so I can reflect on what I want to change and what I want to do differently and plan for the next garden, which will be so full of flowers. There's going to be so many flowers. I can't even, convey my excitement. So I hope you are all excited too to see this new chapter. And I just wanted to share her with you one last time. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.